Well, good morning. We got just a few more seconds to get started on our project for today. Yeah, so if you need to talk, just use Google Hangouts and we'll go through our assignment today, and then you'll figure out what you need to do from there. So remember, you'll need a few items, and I'll go over that as soon as we get our official start time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to learn how to fold our own triangle so that we have a 30 degree, a 15 degree, we have a 60, down here we have a 90, and then the other crucial one, a 45 and a 30. You'll need this for the rest of the assignments. So we're going to start with this because I don't know how many of you have a triangle set at home. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this one. So let me go ahead and switch over to the other camera. Okay, so here's my table. Here's this. So what we're going to do is we have to fold this. Now remember, I said that you'll need a piece of cardstock. I just happen to have a whole bunch of pink at home. So I'm going to just set that to the side. And I'm going to grab another piece right here. Okay, and so what I have is a rectangle. I need a square to do this. So the easiest way that I found to do a square is to fold this corner to matches here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold, and I want to make sure that this line's nice and straight. Now, all of these folds are crucial that you do them really well. So hence why I said you'll need 3 sheets of cardstock. So that way if you mess up, you can replace them. So let's go ahead and line this one up. So I'm going to watch this line and make sure it lines up with that piece of the paper. Okay, and I'm watching this corner, make sure it's nice and sharp. Okay, and if I need to, what I'm doing is I'm grabbing here and I'm pulling it so that this roll will happen. Get it nice and sharp, nice lined up. Go ahead and line it down. And I've made a nice angle cut. So that's 45 there. Okay, so now I can make a mark right here. So what I'm going to do is make sure that's nice and down. And I'm going to grab a pencil. That one's not sharpened. Grab a pencil, and I'm going to go ahead and lightly press against the edge of that paper all the way down. And there we go. There's my line I need to cut. So I'll go ahead and get a pair of scissors and cut these down so that we are ready to go. And I'm doing my very best to follow that line. I'm cutting on the line. You can see how slow and patiently I am doing this. Okay, so there is my square piece of paper, a little piece of scrap I can make for paper airplanes later. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to rub out that crease in there because we don't need that line actually right now. Okay, so now I have my paper. Remember, we're making this triangle here. So the first measurement or first angle we're going to make is this 60, 30, 60, 90. Okay, to do that we need to have the paper in half. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this paper and fold it in half. Okay, making sure that my corners match up really nicely. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and crease that. I'll flip it over, make sure I'm still looking, okay, still looks nice. Use the back of my thumb to make it a nice good crease. Okay, and then I'm going to, out of sake for this, I'm going to use a pen. I'll grab a Sharpie. Now you don't have to do this. I'm just doing this so that way it stands out better on the camera. I want to put a line there, just so we can see that nice and clear. Okay? Sharpie back. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take, so remember we're making this one. Okay? So what we're going to do is, sorry. So there's our middle. We're going to fold this in half, and what we want is this tip. Okay? So on my paper here, I'm going to take this tip and make it meet this line. Now it's going to be somewhere around here. As I fold it over, I get this edge. And then we come to this point. I want that edge to be a nice sharp point. So I'm going to go ahead and line that corner up. Okay, so I'm lining up. That's not going to work. Lining up this corner into that crease. Okay, and I want to make sure that this part comes out to a nice sharp corner. Okay, so I'm watching this edge and that edge, so I'm just setting that down, and I'm kind of rolling it until I see that lines up really well. Okay, yep, I'm off just a little bit, and take your time on this. Okay, now I'll go ahead and crease this. Okay, so we've made our first set of triangles. Okay, so what we have here, from this edge to this edge, is 60 degrees. Okay, from this edge to this edge is 30 degrees. Okay, and then from this edge to that edge, it's 90 degrees. Okay. So those are our basic ones, but we also have another triangle that we use a lot in drafting. That is our 45. So to get the 45, as we look at this one, so we've just done that fold, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to bring up this fold just to kind of get this piece of paper really out of the way, okay? And it also makes a 30, 60, 90 on this part of the paper. So, sorry. I'm going to take this open, and I got this edge now, so let me go ahead and put another mark there. Okay, and I'm going to take this edge, and line it up with that fold in there, making sure that this makes a nice tight corner. Roll it down a little. Okay. Okay, so same thing. We have another 90 right here. Okay, this would be a 60. And this would be a 30. Okay, so we got 30, 30, 60 if I fold it up. Now we want to make that 45. This one gets a little trickier, okay? So what I want you to do, hold on, let me just check, make sure there's no comments yet. Okay, everybody's doing good. So you're going to take, so once again we have our 60. We're going to bring this edge to this edge. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to make this a little easier. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw a line right down this. Okay, so I'm going to take this edge to match there. Okay. And you have to be very careful to make sure that this mates up, because if not, you'll get an odd corner. And if you have some issues like I have right here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm just going to roll it on the edge here just to give it a little curl to help. Okay, just a little curl. Once again, I'm going to take this edge and line it up with that pencil edge. So I'm a little off. Okay. So we have completed our triangle. So what we got? So right here is another 90. Okay. Well, what do we have up here? Well, it's actually half of this. So this, from this line over to this line, is 15 degrees. Okay. And right down here, from this edge to this edge, is 45. Okay, so now I have all my lines. Now I can grab some paper and I need to draw. I'm going to draw a floor plan. So I'm going to go, I need to go a line like that. So I'm just going to use this as my straight line. Okay. Now I want to be 90 degrees from that, or I'm just going to go ahead, I'm just going to draw a line. Okay. So this will be our south facing wall. Okay. And then on this house, it's 90 degrees from there, right? So I can go ahead and have 90 there. But let's go ahead and say I'm on a Frank Lloyd Wright style house. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a 60-degree angle. So now I can line this up. And now I can draw a 60-degree angle that way. Okay? And now if I need to go the other direction, so say 15 degrees, I can then sit there and line this up on there, and this is why it would be better to have a shorter one. Okay, and I can even go there, but there's 15 if I need to go the other way, or if I wanted to go 90, I can line that up, and I'm going to just make a mark there, and I'm going to make a mark here. Okay, now I'm going to use this as a straight edge, and use those two marks that I made on my paper. And I've made a 90-degree line from there. Okay? So there's a triangle. You will need this for the rest of April as we do our assignments. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to draw a cabin. Okay? And so we'll need angles to help us. On Wednesday, when we meet again, we're going to learn how to make a scale so that we can make all our drawings to that scale. Now, when you make your scale, it will be that way. Okay? So, when you finish this, what I need you to do is you're going to make sure that you have all the markings on them. Okay? And you're going to take a picture of this and submit that to me. Okay? That's your assignment for class today. It's just making a triangle. A really simple project, but this will help us for the rest of the assignments as we draw this lake cabin. Okay, I would recommend that you glue these flaps down so that way they're easier, or even make it a smaller triangle or a square paper to make it from, so that way it's not as cumbersome when you're trying to make your drawings on your board. Okay, remember this can be done on your kitchen table. It doesn't have to be on a drafting board. Okay, so once again, that is your assignment. I need your paper done. Preferably today. Okay, I'll give you today and tomorrow to get it done. It's really simple. Okay, I will put that on Google Classroom at the end of this lesson. I will stay online through Google Hangout if you have any additional questions or if you're having some troubles making your paper. If you have any other reviews, just watch the video again on how to fold this up. So that way you're ready to go come Wednesday. And we will be meeting Mondays and Wednesdays online through YouTube Live. And so this way, if you happen to be interfering with another class, or you have become employed, or other things, you can watch it, but your due dates don't change. So by the end of today, I need pictures of your triangle. Okay? All right, thank you very much. Like I said, I'll stay on Google Hangout. If you have any additional questions, you can ask there. All right, and we'll see you on Wednesday.